Welcome to the lecture Numerical Integration. This is prepared as part of Numeric Analysis course of MSc or BTech. All of us know that integration is one of those two important operations of calculus, whereas differentiation is the inverse operation of integration. Numerical integration is the process of computing the value of definite integral where the integrand function y is equal to fx is not known explicitly but given as discrete set of points xi, yi, where I varies from 0 to n. We would like to compute the value of the definite integral y dx with a limit from a to b. In the case of numerical differentiation, we first determine an interpolating polynomial and then compute the approximate value of the definite integral. As in our previous lectures, we know various methods to find out an interpolating polynomial of a function where the function is not known explicitly but as given as discrete set of points xi, yi. Here we are going to use Newton's forward interpolation formula to find out the integration. To evaluate the integration, I is equal to integration fx dx from a to b, let us divide the limit a and b. Let us divide the interval ab into n equals subinterval with subinterval size of h. That means we have to assume the initial point A as x0 and the end point B as xn. So our x1 is nothing but x0 plus h and x2 is x0 plus 2h. Similarly, xn is equal to x0 plus nh. Hence the integral I is equal to integration of fx dx from a to b becomes either integration from x0 to x0 plus nh fx dx, or that can be written as integration of x0 to xn fx dx, or integration of y dx from x0 to xn, because this y is a function of x. Since we are going to use here Newton's forward interpolation formula to find out the integration, let us go back to the Newton forward interpolation formula. Suppose we have a set of points xi, yi where the function is not given. We can use the forward difference operator to find out Newton's forward interpolation formula, which is given here. Y is equal to y0 plus p del y0 plus p into p minus 1 divided by factorial 2 del square y0 plus p into p minus 1 into p minus 2 divided by factorial 3 del q y0, like this. Here this del y0 is nothing but the difference of y0 and y1, forward difference, y1 minus y0. Similarly, del square y0 is the second order forward difference. That is del square y0 is equal to del y1 minus del y0. Similarly, del q y0 is the third order difference. Since x is equal to x0 plus ph, if we differentiate this, we get d of x is equal to h dp. Now we'll use this Newton's forward interpolation formula to find out the integration x0 to xn y dx. This y is given here in the Newton's forward interpolation formula. We'll use this formula. And dx we can use h dp. And let us change this limit, as this limit x0 and xn is with respect to x. We have to change the limit with respect to p. So when x is equal to x0, p becomes 0. If we put x is equal to x0 here, p becomes 0. Similarly, if we put x is equal to xn here, our p becomes n. So the limits x0 and xn changes from p 0 to n. So this I is equal to integration x0 to xn y dx becomes I is equal to h integration 0 to n and this y in terms of p as given in the Newton's forward interpolation formula NDP. Now our aim is to find out the definite integral, this definite integral. Now integrating this with respect to p, we have, so here we have y naught as a constant, del y naught as a constant, del square y naught as a constant. So once we integrate this, y naught becomes y naught p. Similarly, differentiating this, we have p square by 2 del y naught. If we integrate the third term, we have 1 divided by factorial 2, pq divided by 3 minus p square divided by 2 del square y naught. Similarly, if we integrate the fourth term, we get this one. Now putting the limits from 0 to n here, we obtain this equation. We have taken n common, then we have nh y naught plus n divided by 2 del y naught plus n square divided by 3 minus n by 2 del square y naught divided by factorial 2, like this. This formula is known as the general formula of integration. Now we use this general formula of integration to formulate three different rules of integration. If we put n is equal to 1 here, we obtain trapezoidal rule. If we put n is equal to 2 here, we obtain Simpson's 1/3 rule. If we put n is equal to 3 here, we obtain Simpson's 3/8 rule. Let us discuss about trapezoidal rule. As we have seen that general formula of integration is this, and by putting n is equal to 1 in this equation, we obtain integration x naught to xn, because here n is equal to 1. So integration x naught to x1 y dx becomes h into y naught plus half del y naught. Here n is equal to 1, so we have up to this only. Since n is equal to 1, all these higher order differences become 0. Del square y naught is 0, del q y naught is 0. All the higher order differences are 0. So integration x naught to x1 y dx is nothing but h y naught plus half del y naught. And we know del y naught is the forward difference, that means y1 minus y naught. If we put y1 minus y naught here, we obtain h divided by 2 y naught plus y1. So we have integration x naught to x1 y dx is equal to h divided by 2 y naught plus y1. Similarly, we can obtain integration x1 to x2 y dx as h by 2 y1 plus y2. And integration from x2 to x3 y dx becomes h by 2 y2 plus y3. So continuing in this way, we obtain integration xn minus 1 to xn y dx as h by 2 yn minus 1 plus yn. So to find out the integration y dx from x naught to xn, we have to take sum of all this, x naught to x1, x1 to x2, and xn minus 1 to xn. We have integration x naught to x1 y dx as h by 2 y naught plus y1. Here it is h by 2 y naught plus y1. Similarly, integration from x1 to x2 y dx is h by 2 y1 plus y2. And finally, integration xn minus 1 to xn y dx as h by 2 yn minus 1 plus yn. If we sum up this and taking h by 2 common, we have h by 2 into y naught, as y naught appears only once here, whereas y1 appears twice, here in first case, and in the second case we have in the second term y1 here, second time. So 2y1. Similarly, y2 appears twice, first here, and in the next term we have another y2. So plus 2y2. Similarly, we get yn twice. So 2yn minus 1. Finally, we get 1 yn. So our formula from integration x0 to xn y dx is nothing but h by 2 y0 plus twice y1 plus y2 plus y3 like this up to yn minus 1 plus yn. This formula is known as trapezoidal rule to evaluate an integral. Let us see an example. Compute this integration 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx from 0 to 1 by using trapezoidal rule by taking h as 1 by 5. Here the function fx is 1 divided by 1 plus h square. And since our h is equal to 1.5 and our limits are from 0 to 1, that means if we have to divide the interval 0, 1 into 5 equal parts. So our h is nothing but 0.5. So our first point is 0, second is 0.2, third point is 0.4. Like this, we have divided 0 to 1, 5 subintervals. First point is 0.0, second point is 0.2, third point is 0.4, like this. And by putting these values of x in the function 1 divided by 1 plus x square, we get these values. By trapezoidal rule, integration from 0 to 1, 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx is h by 2 y0 plus 2 y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 plus y5. In the table we have here y0, y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5. If we put these values of y in the formula, we get the answer as 0.784. Similarly, Simpson's one-third rule can be obtained by putting n is equal to 2 here in the general formula of integration. If we put n is equal to 2, then this integral becomes integration x0 to x2 y dx is equal to 2h y0 plus 2 divided by 2 del y0, and like this. Since here n is equal to 2, all the terms del cube y0 and higher order terms becomes 0. That means del cube y0 and all higher order differences becomes 0. So we have 2h y0 plus del y0 plus del square y0 divided by 6. Expanding del y0 and del square y0 in this way, del y0 is equal to y1 minus y0 and del square y0 is equal to y2 minus 2y1 plus y0. We obtain integration from x0 to x2 as h by 3 y0 plus 4y1 plus y2. Similarly, integration from x2 to x4 y dx becomes h by 3 y2 plus 4y3 plus y4, and integration from xn minus 1 to xn y dx becomes h by 3 yn minus 2 plus 4 yn minus 1 plus yn. If we sum all these integrands, we have integration x0 to xn y dx as h by 3 y0 plus 4 y1 plus y2 plus h by 3 y2 plus 4 y3 plus y4, and like this. Here we can see that we can take h by 3 common and h0 appears only once in the entire terms. But y1 appears 4 times, y3 appears 4 times, y5 appears 4 times, and yn minus 1 appears 4 times. All odd number terms appears 4 times. And y2 appears here once and in the second term once. So we have 2 y2. Similarly, we have 2 y4 and 2 y6 like this. So the formula becomes h by 3 y0 plus 4 y1 plus y3 plus up to yn minus 1 plus twice y2 plus y4 plus yn minus 1 plus yn. This formula is known as Simpson's one-third rule. We can use this formula to find out integration of a definite integral. Similarly, by putting n is equal to 3, we can obtain Simpson's 3/8 rule.